A very good morning to you, our lovely viewers. It's another Tuesday morning, and by this time you should know that it's time for Safety Matters, a show that talks about your safety, your entire safety through and through. This morning we are here in the Ghana National Fire Service Studios, live on Fire Service TV, to bring you another episode of safety information. I hope that by now you are seated by your phone and you have invited somebody to come and listen to these messages of life. Yes, you can also reach us and join this program on our social media platform, GNFS Official. GNFS Official. So please do make time. You don't need to sit by your TV if you are not home. You can easily go with your phone, GNFS Official, and you can join us on Facebook with your comments. This program this morning, it promises to be very interactive because at a point in time, we shall be inviting your comments. Now, let's go on this quick break. When we come back, we shall delve into the issues proper. Do stay.
I came across power safety technology. So I introduced that into our residents, who are more than 4,000. And over the period, they have testified how power safety technology have saved them when the need arises.
Power safety. Safety is our hallmark.
Welcome back, Achari viewers. You are live on Fire Service TV. This is Safety Matters, and you will notice that for the third week running, we have been discussing safety on our roads. Now, it is said that when the goldsmith is hitting one spot for a very long time, it means that there's a hole there that needs to be filled, or there's something there that really needs to be done right. So this morning as well, we are bringing you safety on our roads. And to help us do this discussion, I have to my far left, Madam Pearl Setekla. She is a public relations officer of the National Road Safety Authority. Madam, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
You look awesome.
Thank you.
Now, next to Madam Setekla, we have Mr. Charles Danso. He is president of Committed Drivers Association. Chemano, you are welcome.
Thank you, Madam.
Fire Service TV, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. As I was telling my viewers, this is the third week running that we are doing safety on our roads. It's a very, very important topic to us in the wake of the many accidents we've been having on our roads. And so we can't just turn deaf ears to the happenings. And so we found it fit this morning to talk about this menace, which is claiming lives and property. It is very unacceptable. Now, in order for us to further put this discussion into perspective, we sought to go and talk to our citizens about what they think. What do they think is accounting for these many accidents we are seeing on our roads? What are some of their mistakes? Yes, what do they think the authorities should do? And so we will bring you those videos, and then after that we'll go into the discussions at the studio here. So please, if we are ready, can we have those videos playing?
Service TV, as you may be well aware, for the past 2 weeks we have been coming your way with issues concerning road traffic accidents or road traffic collisions on our roads. rendering our roads very, very unsafe. Today, we are here at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle to solicit the views of pedestrians, drivers, and citizens about this menace, which is claiming the lives of a lot of people. What do they think? What do you think? We are here for you. We shall be approaching drivers and everybody alike here at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle to find out about what their thoughts are about this menace. As you may be well aware, Ghana National Fire Service is one of the very, very first responders when there's road traffic collision. Depending on the things that we see on our roads, some of which we can't even bring to you, we think that this issue is a very serious one for which we need to give some special attention. So this morning, we are here to engage you on this menace. I am ADO1 Joan Ejay. Please follow us as we continue this journey. Hello, this is Fire Service TV. As we said earlier, we are soliciting for the views of our citizens on the ongoing hikes in road traffic accidents and collisions in the country. And we have one of such citizens here with me. He will introduce himself and then we'll continue with the conversation. Sir, can you please tell us your name?
Please, I'm called Emmanuel Ukra.
All right, so you are at the VVIP station here this morning. Why are you here this morning?
Please, I'm here to take a bus to Bolga.
All right, so you are a passenger, or very soon you'll be a passenger waiting for your bus. All right, so we want to know what are some of the things that you think are causing the hike in road traffic accidents as we are seeing in the country. Let me ask you, do you even know that we are having hikes or road traffic accidents, the numbers are rising?
Yes, please.
Why do you think are some of the causes?
Some of the causes are we are lacking of dual carriage road. And if only the government will help us to also get a dual carriage road so that when you are going, you will not meet the incoming vehicle. That one too can also reduce the accident on the road. What are some of the things you do? Even if it is not you personally, other passengers, you've been in Trotro before. I'm sure you've been in Trotro before. The bus that you are coming to take, you'll be in with other passengers. What do you are some of the things that you do as passengers that cause accidents on our road? Sometimes we frustrate the driver. When the driver is driving, sometimes some of the passengers are in a hurry to reach wherever they want to reach. Then we'll be shouting on the driver, speed, speed, speed. And
so some of the passengers complain about the slow movement of the cars they are in, and they want the driver to overspeed.
Yes. So that also cause accident. So we are supposed to also put a stop to it so that the driver can also get peace of mind and concentrate on whatever he's doing. That's
fine. How about the drivers themselves? What do they do that you don't like?
Sometimes they overload, and when you're in the bus they try to also load. The space in between the chairs, the gangways are not supposed to be loaded, but they will load and there's no space so that you can pass. So in case of any small accident, you can survive and go out because of the load in the bus. They are supposed to create a place so that when you carry your luggage should be in a different place, then the occupant will also be at a different place.
Very well. That has been some useful conversation with you, and we are very, very thankful. Your final remarks.
Well, I thank you for also giving me this opportunity to also introduce myself, to also say my peace of mind. I'm very grateful. God bless you, people.
Thank you very much. This is Fire Service TV, and we are grateful to you. We want to find out about his views about this road traffic accident. Kindly tell us your name.
I'm Osman.
Osman, you are live on Fire Service TV.
Thank you very much.
Very well. Are you aware that when there's accident or collision on the road, the Ghana National Fire Service is one of the first responders?
Yes, I'm aware.
Or perhaps the very first responder?
Yes.
Very much so. That is why this morning we want to ask you. We have noticed a hike in road traffic accidents because we are directly involved. So this morning we want to find out from you as a passenger, what do you think are the reasons why we are experiencing these road traffic accidents?
Thank you very much for your question. I think there are 2 or 3 reasons why we encounter series of accidents on our roadways. One is the nature of our route. For example, from here to Kumasi, if you look at the nature of the route, it's very difficult for cars to move on, and a series of potholes too along the roadside too. So these are some of the reasons why we encounter accidents. Then the second one too will be the way drivers drive. Some of them when they leave here, they want to get to their destination very fast. And so therefore, they want to do series of overtakings. And because our route is not dual carriage, they encounter series of accidents on their way. Then the third one, to the nature of we passengers too. Sometimes we want to get to where we want to go very fast because of our business schedules or the activity we are going there to do. Other reasons too is maybe some of us will sit in the car and we become so tired that we think the drivers should do fast so that we can get to wherever we want to go. These are some of the pressures to put on drivers to also overspeed, and along the line we will encounter series of accidents on our way.
Very well. Thank you very much. Well said. Are you a driver too?
I'm not a driver.
You are not a driver, but you have never driven before?
Oh, I drive, but...
You drive. Very well. So you mean that some of our passengers, they are the ones who order. It's like more like an order sometimes, the drivers to speed up because they think that they are going somewhere and the driver is not driving fast enough?
Well, if you ask me, I will not say it's even order. Sometimes it's threat. Because when you enter a car...
You mean threat?
Yeah, and there is a car number on it, and you see some of the passengers saying that if you don't move fast, next time we will come and your car is on station, we will not enter your car and all sort of things. So the driver will want to do what will favor them so the next time he will get passengers to go on to. Remember what they are doing for finance. So if you come to station, they realize that your car doesn't move fast. So sometimes it goes beyond even warning. It goes beyond that.
Sometimes it's a threat.
Yeah, that you should move.
We the passengers issue threats to the drivers.
Sure.
Very well. Very well, very well. So what would be your advice to all of us? I mean, you have mentioned drivers, you have mentioned the nature of the roads, and you have also mentioned us, we the passengers on these cars who ply these roads. What advice do you have for us?
In the first place, my first advice would be that the government of the day and any government at all should look into the nature of our roads. For example, this morning, I'm just all the way from Sankasi through to Lomi to this place. If you drive from Sankasi to Lomi, in fact, you will not experience any pothole. So the driver can move at any speed as he wants, and you will not even encounter he putting his leg on the brake. But in the nature of Ghana, from here to Kumasi, the number of brakes the driver will apply before getting to Kumasi is too much. That is because of the nature of our road. There are a series of potholes on our road. So those who are responsible for it should do that on their part. Then on the part of drivers too, we know that they want to get to wherever they want to go very fast. But they should also consider their current lives. And at the end, the important thing is for you to carry lives there safely, not the time you will get there. So when they are driving, they should take note that they are carrying human beings and not load. Then the third part is we passengers, let's play our part to also allow the drivers to drive the way they want so that we can all get to wherever we want. Thank you.
Very well. Well said. Thank you so much. You have been on Fire Service TV, and I hope you continue watching Fire Service TV.
I will do. Thank you.
Hello, good morning to you, our cherished viewers.
Hi, you're welcome back, our cherished viewers. We are live on Fire Service TV, and the program is Safety Matters. We have been talking about safety on our roads, like I said, for the third week running. This is the third week that we've been talking about this issue, and it is because of the importance that we attach to it and also the state of this issue currently as we are experiencing as a people. So we think that some attention has to be given to it. And so this morning I'm in the studios with Madam Pearl Setekla, the Public Relations Officer of National Road Safety Authority, as well as Mr. Charles Danso. He is the Chairman of Committed Drivers Association. Sir and Madam, the way you are twinning this morning, why? Did you plan to wear red?
Yes,
because you are coming to Fire Service.
It's telepathic.
Is that so?
As I was thinking, I was also thinking.
I see. Madam Pearl, you have heard from some citizens. We have heard about the nature of our roads. We have heard about the construction, the very construction of the roads. Some mentioned that some of the roads should be dualized. They think that because of their single nature, that is how come we are having accidents on the roads. Some spoke about, okay, so let me leave the one concerning the roads to you, because you are from Road Safety Authority. What have you got to tell us about it?
All right. Good morning to your cherished viewers.
Good morning.
And yourself and my very good friend, Mr. Danso. and also to my Director General, Engineer David Osafo Adontem, for passing through. I appreciate that. It's a source of motivation for me to talk better. Thank you. He even told me I should come, we'll have a short meeting and see what we can package to improve your station. So it's a very in a positive direction that came to pass through.
That has been well noted.
Yeah. I will commend you for the awesome job you are doing.
Oh, thank you.
We listened keenly to observations from our citizens or passengers that you met, and they are not far from wrong, or they are correct saying all that they said. There are various factors that contribute to crashes, as we all know in the country. And we always say that it is in three major parts: the road factor, the vehicle factor, and our human attitude. They mostly spoke about the road factor, which is very, very true. As much as we are importing vehicles into the country, we just need to expand the road size to accommodate effectively the number of vehicles we are having in the country. So if the vehicles are more than the road, then it means pressure will come on the road and it will cause crashes. And so for a very long time, National Road Safety has advocated for dualization. That is why we are seeing some of the dualized routes in our country. But notwithstanding that, we need more, we need to do more. Most of the highways need to be dualized, especially the busy ones. The busy ones, it needs to be dualized because most of the vehicles want to reach their destinations in time after they've been in congestion in the major cities and towns. And so when they get on the highways, let's say, for instance, from Accra, or let's say from Eastern region to Ashanti region, we'll have a very busy road there because most of the vehicles glide that road even to outside the country. When we take from Tema to Aflao, the same. We take from Accra also to Cape Coast and beyond, same. And so these highways are very, very busy roads which carry people and goods and services. And so they need attention and they need expansion. Otherwise, drivers will continue to overtake their fellow drivers who they think are slowing them down, and in the end there will be head-on collision.
So it means that after they have been in the traffic at the very congested areas, for instance Accra, when they are getting off the traffic, they want to make up for the lost times.
The lost times that they've spent in the congested places. And so the roads need to be expanded so that when they are flowing, they will not meet oncoming vehicles. So that if even a driver misbehaves, he will face the punishment himself or by his car alone, not involving other innocent vehicles. So the observation that our roads need dualization is very, very welcoming observation. I buy into it. So we are through this medium encouraging the Ghana Highway Authority, which is under the Ministry of Roads and Highways, to expedite actions on the various dualized roads work that they are doing. Because for our information, we know that currently they are working on 5 major dualized highways that they are dualizing from Accra to Kumasi. We need it to go beyond Accra and Kumasi, and then also see to the Accra, Cape Coast, and Takoradi area. We also know that there is a work ongoing on the Tema to Aflao motorway, but somehow it has been stalled. It is no more going on. We don't know the reason for it. If they could resume work on that stretch too, it will help a lot. And we could see that after the construction of dualized road between Sawam and Nkoko, we realize that a lot of the crashes that involve head-on collision has reduced drastically.
Okay, so that's the success story that we can use as a case study.
A case study.
Okay.
That is what we have observed. And so it also contributes to the reduction in the number of fatalities or injuries that we have. And so when we are able to dualize most of our highways, the busy highways, it will go a long way in reducing the crashes.
I want you to tie this to the potholes also on our roads, because a lot of our citizens complain about potholes on our roads. And it has been identified as one of the causes. Who is responsible for dealing with these potholes on our roads, and to what extent are you involved?
Very much
as the Road
so.
Safety Authority?
Construction of the road is totally out of the jurisdiction of the National Road Safety Authority.
Okay.
We don't construct roads, but we partner with them to do this construction. And so in that effect, when our new mandate came into effect, there is a section that we should do road safety auditing. We should partner with the engineers, the contractors, and the highway authority or the Ministry of Roads and Highways to do road safety auditing. That means that before, during, and after construction, road construction, we should get experts, be it engineers, scientists, road experts, to do road safety auditing, to see to it that safety furnitures are put in place before the construction, meaning the designing of the road itself. And then they should suggest or make sure that certain safety furnitures or infrastructures are put in place, and they recommend that design the designing of the road, the suggestion made, they should recommend that it is put in place practically. Because when you design it on paper and when you are constructing it,
you do something else.
You don't include the auditing recommendation. It means that it's not practicalized. And also make sure that after it has been constructed, inspection will be made to make sure that the furnitures are put in place before commissioning of the road. Otherwise, it will not be commissioned. This thing is in the Road Traffic Regulation and Act, but it has not been done. Or it is scarcely done.
How is that, madam? Because it falls squarely in your domain.
Because we have not been, how do we call it? We were commissioned, we advise at that time. We don't enforce. We advise. So when we advise, they may either take it or leave it. Although they do some of the things, others they overlook it.
But now you are an authority.
So that is why, after being authority, some of the roads that have been constructed, we make sure that those furnitures are in place. For instance, the new Tema overpass that they constructed, we went there, we made sure that all the safety recommended suggestions were put in place. Secondly, the Pokuase one that we did sensitization throughout the construction. And so when it was being commissioned, we realized that one or two safety furnitures were not in place. It was done by Department of Urban Roads, so we made sure that they were in place. The unfortunate thing is that when you recommend and some of the things are put in place, a few weeks or months later, you see them not being there. And so we don't know which people go to take them off, whether it is the agencies or the thieves. But when we approach the agencies, we realize that it is thieves that comes to take some of the things off because they need it to survive on
you mean some of the recommendations you make,
for instance,
when they are supplied, when come to steal
it. For instance, street lights, traffic lights, some signages. You see some weeks or months after, you don't see them there, and we think what we observe is that some people, citizens themselves, come to steal them for their business purposes or whatever. That is the problem that we are having. That is why it is difficult for the agencies who construct the road to be replacing them as soon as it is stolen.
At another cost.
That is at a bigger cost because road construction itself is capital intensive. And so when we are able to do it and you also come to take it off, then it means that its replacement becomes a very huge problem. Potholes should be looked at Ghana Highway Authority or Department of Urban Roads. So as to why they are not being filled or they don't work on it, that one I can't speak for them. Maybe we need one of them to be
but
here.
You're supposed to be having constant interactions with them. That is the
cost element that they complain about all the time. When we are able to give them notice with time, they are able to do some, but not all, just because of the cost effectiveness of those things, which also doesn't augur well for road safety.
Exactly. So it means that we know that there's a clear problem there, but we are not tackling the problem there. We'll be back to look at a lot more of these things because it appears that we are fishing out the problems. We are left with solutions to these problems. We are watching Safety Matters. Today is Tuesday, so it's Safety Matters time. And you're live on Fire Service TV. We are having a conversation on the safety of our roads, and we have very, very seasoned guests to do this discussion. Now, Mr. Danso, El Chemano 1, please, you have watched the video, and then you have heard the submission of Madam Pearl so far. We are not yet going into behavior. We are still on our roads. What have you got to say?
Okay, let me say a very good morning to our cherished viewers and then Director General of Road Safety. I learned he came here to give Pearl morale.
Is that so?
Yeah, because he knew I'm on my way coming. And, as a coach, he has to come and then give her some tactics to,
Very important, very important.
Yeah, you see, we watch some Ghanaians speaking, even they are not, some of them are not drivers, speaking on what is on the road. My suggestion to Road Safety Authority is, you see, they are now authority. And, something has to be done to those who are compelled to, or who has to do the job on the road, by maybe giving them a summons of mandamus by the court, you see, so that they can also do what at stake on the road. One.
But let me find out from Madam Pearl, do you have that power to begin to take people to court for not doing some of these things? Because there are clear identifications of why people are dying. And it's a matter that we have to be serious about.
As part of our new mandate, that is there. We need to caution them first, give them a timeline to which they should deliver. And when they've not done and not giving us any clear reasons why they've not been able to do it, either we do it ourselves and surcharge them or sanction them, and part of the sanction can be taking them to court. But we are yet to do that. Yeah.
So it means that you also have more work to do.
Well, we need to sensitize them. Every new thing, you need to communicate with the person. The person should know where we are now, what we can do to them if they don't do it. So we need to communicate with them and make them aware of our new mandate, because they were not used to it. All that they were used to is advice, collaboration, and all those things. That is why we are yet to progress to that stage.
Very well. Thank you. Chairman, please continue.
Some of our actions are being procrastinated, and, it will take a long time of getting results on our route.
But sometimes we have to follow procedure. How about that?
You see, that procedure, we don't buy it too. Because the accidents are day out occurring on the road. And this one, you don't need to write a book before that thing has to be solved. You see, we have seen most of the road which has been re-coated or constructed. They have put bitumen asphalt on it. It's an old road, but they've put asphalt on it. You see, some road, a road like from Apedja Junction to Bunsu, we always say it. You see, it's a two-way traffic way road, right? So you don't expect drivers and Ghanaians to tell you that there are so many potholes on the road. It has to be done long ago, so that every driver can be on his lane. You see, whenever overtaking, overtaking is not is allowed, but as when it's necessary to do it. You see, then my advice too is to the goes to the driver. They should learn. You see, they should learn. Regulation 163, the general speed limit. If you know how to use the route and the speed limit you have to go, you don't have to go and collide with oncoming vehicle. You see, and when you calculate well, you don't have to go and then have a head-on collision to oncoming vehicle.
Now that we are touching on attitude and drivers, let me ask you: can you say that as a driver? Let me ask you this general question: every human being, after going through a particular number of months of training, can be a driver? Is it something that we can, or there are other limitations, there are other things that we have to look at, or further subject some of the people to certain things?
Are you talking of the new drivers?
I'm talking about
beginners?
All drivers, human beings as a whole.
Yes, you know, day in day, or there are changes on the road. You see, unless I assume if you are a driver and there's no road signs, if you know road signs on the road, it's up to you to determine that here I have to do this, here I have to do this.
So my question is that, is every other person able to do that, to discern and say that, oh, because of this, you talked about calculation, you talked about discernment, to be able, even with nobody pushing you or dragging you, should be able to make decisions for yourself. Are we sure that currently all our drivers, they may be having their licenses? Or I'm not talking about only commercial drivers, because I am asking this because you're a driver yourself. So from your perspective, once the person has been trained for 3 months and has a driver's license, is he able to make those decisions? Or you may want to segregate and subject some people because of their current state to further training. Would you recommend that?
We all know that not all the drivers on road has been trained in driving schools.
Okay.
You see, some went on apprenticeship, even some were being taught by their friends and their husbands and what have you. So it's not all the drivers on road who have gone to driving school. So you not get all drivers doing what is good on the road. Some will do good things and others will do bad things to bring accident on the road. That's why there is a clear guide, the regulations. You see, 193/3, saying that, let me read it so that we can also know what the law is saying. 193, /3.
So as you look for it, let's inform our viewers that you can join this conversation on our social media platforms, GNFS Official, at GNFS Official. You can come through with your comments. We are discussing something that is common to all of us. We all travel. At least you leave your house, you come to work. And we are not necessarily talking about people who go on long journeys. Even from your house to the next person's house, as a pedestrian, as a passenger, as a driver, we are all at risk. So kindly join us with your comments and your suggestions, your questions. We are welcoming them. We shall read them out and hopefully we shall get some answers for you. You're watching Fast Service TV. This is Safety Matters. El Chairman, are you ready?
So 193, let me read from the 193 plus 1. It says a person who contravenes or fails to comply with a condition attached to a license or permit issue under this regulation is deemed to have contravened or failed to comply with these regulations. 2, a person who commits an offense under these regulations for which a penalty has not been prescribed is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 10 penalty units and not more than 100 penalty units, or to a term of imprisonment of not more than 6 months, or to both. The fine prescribed to both. The fine and the imprisonment, and B, for a second subsequent offense, to a further fine of not less than 25 penalty units and not more than 150 penalty units, or to a term of imprisonment of not more than 12 months, or to both. So where I'm stressing on is the 3. Despite sub-regulation 1 and 2, and the prescribed penalties in these regulations, a person who commits an offense and that relate to careless, reckless, or willful disregard for traffic regulations shall, on summary conviction, be sentenced to a period of training. You see, despite sub-regulation 1, 2, that if a driver make an offense that relate to careless, reckless, or willful disregard for traffic regulation, should be sentenced to a training of his or her own course.
Okay.
Is it so?
So
like
he will be trained and he will pay for the cost.
Yeah, so that person should be sentenced by training. Then he will go for driving school.
Okay.
To bring a certificate which shows that he or she has been to a driving school. You see, when this regulation should be, let's say they should implemented, I think most of the crashes on the road will also come down. You see,
which means that if you flout any of those, if you drive
careless or
carelessly
reckless,
you should be subjected to training at your own cost.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what the law says.
Okay.
You see, this law.
And this is quite pretty easy.
Yes.
It is pretty easy.
And
why are we not implementing it?
So you ask the police.
This is easy. If you are caught doing careless driving, you are subjected to further training. You are going to learn, isn't it?
Yes.
This is not even punishment, is it?
Yes. So that we that's how I said we know most of our drivers on road went on apprenticeship. You see, so most of the regulations or the road markings and where they don't have to pass and they are driving on the shoulder of the road are all offense.
Okay.
You see, so whenever they've been caught in such acts, they have to be sentenced to training.
You like that one?
Yes.
You like that one?
Yes. You see, as we the commercial drivers, 125, regulation 125, which is a continuing education of commercial vehicle drivers. You see?
Okay.
So there's a law that we, the commercial drivers, should be on training. Yes, so the 193 should also be direct to the private drivers.
Okay.
And again, 186 says the road authorities should provide rest stops and laybys, and they are not providing it. So they should do it as a road furniture to the construction of the roads.
But now, is it part of some of the things that you were supposed to recommend to the highways authority?
We have done severally, and when we realize that it is not being done, that's why we threw our weight behind the private entities who have done it along the stretches. And so a year or two ago, we met with highway authority and other stakeholders, and we're looking for lands that government will go into this rest stop construction. And some chiefs have given Ghana Highway in partnership with Shippers Authority have started or have constructed some at the Elubu area.
Okay.
So we are hoping that with time all stretches.
Is it costly? Is
it
difficult?
It is very difficult. You have to find a suitable land. You have to be given land at a suitable place.
Okay.
You need the construction should even involve a parking place so that where vehicles are towed or they are spotted and they are towed, they can have a safe haven to be parked. Okay. There are a lot of things involved.
But once it concerns life, it's not too expensive.
That is why they started. When we became an authority, we engaged them. We made them aware of their responsibility, and that's why they collaborated with Shippers Authority to do some at Elubu. A chief around the Nkoko area has promised to give land to that effect.
Okay.
And so gradually, I know and I admit that there are gaps, huge gaps, but gradually we are going to where all this implementation of the law will come to pass, and then we will see to a very effective implementation of the rules and regulations concerning our roads.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well. You are watching Safety Matters on Fire Service TV. We will go for this break. When we come back, we'll zoom into the second part of this conversation. Do stay with us.
I came across power safety technology. So I introduced that into our residents, who are more than 4,000. And over the period, they have testified how power safety technology have saved them when the need arises.
Power safety. Safety is our hallmark.
You're live on Safety Matters. It's Tuesday, and you know where you are. We are talking about your safety on the road, and then we know that by now you have joined us and you have called somebody else to join us to talk about this very, very important topic. Thank you very much. Join us on all our social media platforms at GNFS Official. Facebook, we are live. We are live, and you can have the benefit of this conversation. Now, we will zoom into the second part of this conversation. Please, if the videos are ready, can we please have it?
Hi, we are here with one gentleman, and he's coming to tell us about causes of road traffic accidents on our roads. He drives what we call Aboboya, the tricycle. And we have heard quite a number of complaints about the activities on the road and how they cause accidents. Kindly tell us your name.
My name is Shatawale. That's my name in Circle here.
That's so. By your real name?
Amadou Latif.
Amadou Latif. So we have heard a lot of reports that your activities, when you are riding on our roads, you come in between the drivers, and so you cause accidents. Is that true?
No. For some of the drivers, you know, when you are in the main road, you have to come outer lane. If you are using Aboboya, you have to come to our outer lane, so that we leave the inner lane for the big trucks. So some of the truck drivers, they will know that they will stop the next bus stop.
but they will force and overtake you. So then when they overtake you, they come and stop at your front. That time you are holding speed, so you can't stand at once like that. So all of them, the total drivers, they are causing the problems. And their speed is too much. And some of them even smoking, drinking. So you can just see how the driver is even sweating then. So.
Hey, this is a very serious allegation. So you are saying that some of the drivers smoke and drink?
Yeah.
How about you, the Aboboya rider? Won't you also do so?
No. But the people are taking the baller, them are smoking, some of them. But
they are also Aboboya riders?
Yeah.
So those people who carry the baller, some of them smoke, some of them drink on the roads, as well as other drivers.
Yeah. Because if they can sit on top of the baller, then smoking. Some of them driving, smoking. So after that one there, I can just say the baller people, they are causing.
So Wale, you mean that you personally, when you are driving on the roads, you are careful, but you can't say same for your other Aboboya riders. Is that the case?
Yeah, I can save some of them, but it's not all. Some of them are not correct, but because of the baller, the center many. But when they enter there, it will bring many problems. You understand? So for me, there, I would say that the baller people, some of them are good, and some of them is not good. Because I have some of them, they want us to force and enter someone front. But if you are doing that, you spoil the person's car.
Sometimes by the time you realize from nowhere you have crossed a car. So you see the surprise that the driver has to deal with. When the driver is on his way on the road, the right road, by the time you realize you have forced and enter or you cross that driver.
For that one there, if traffic is there, you can do. But if traffic is not there, you can't do that one because the driver is coming with a top speed. So when you just do the mistake, you get problem. Understand? So but some of the 2MS pairs and some of the other bus going to Takoradi, then that small cars, they have a lot of speed that they are going. Because you see, you don't know the cost of the car. So you have to get patient. Because someone buy it for you, all of you to chop small. So when you're speeding, you have to be careful. Understand?
So what do you have to tell your fellow Aboboya riders?
I have to tell them that they should get patient. Or if they are going, they should come to outer lane.
Outer lane? Is that your right?
Yeah. But when you are outer lane, you'll be going small. Before you see you reach the place you are going. But when you come to inner lane, you want to cross problem.
Hi, you are live on Fast Service TV, and today we are talking about road traffic accidents on our roads. The numbers are alarming, and so we are here to solicit the views of these gentlemen, I should say, that you see around me. They are coming to tell us their names and what they think. So kindly tell us your name.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shakomo Tele. They know me popularly as Junior Jota.
Yes. Junior Jota?
Yes.
All right. What do you do?
I'm a content creator.
You're a content creator?
Yeah, I'm a comedian, yeah.
A comedian as well. Right. Very well. Please, how about you?
Hello, my beautiful people. I go by the name Official Pop Scene. I'm an artist, I'm a comedian, I'm a content creator, I'm an actor. Anything, entertainment.
Everything. You are
entertainment. Oh my God.
Is that so? Yeah, all right. How about you, my gentleman? What's your name?
My name is John Simon. I'm a dancer. I like to dance. Yeah.
You like to dance? Very well. You are live on Fast Service TV, all of you. Today we are here to talk to you about the accidents on our roads. It's not nice, is it?
It's not nice.
Have you been hearing about it?
I'm here accidents happen. It's not good. Even this family do me for like 7 accidents.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry about that.
So I know the pain.
Sorry about that. What do you think are some of the causes?
Some of the causes is that when you are like your mentality, like when you are driving, sometimes you make call, it's not good.
Okay.
Yes, maybe you can be talking to your wife or your girlfriend, you go come forget, say, oh, I did for a good, I'm on a high speed. Before you look, like another motor will hit you by behind, like from the back side.
So you should not be making calls when you're driving.
Yeah, it's not good to be making calls, yeah. And sometimes, even when you go eat banana like this, now you feel through and you go feel cause accident. Even when we human beings, if you eat banana through and apple tight, or you go like do like this, and you go hit head for ground. So.
Okay. I'm seeing the comedian part of you, and I'm loving it. I'm seeing the comedian part of everything, and I'm loving it. But you have raised some serious issues there about making calls and then driving.
Yeah.
It is very bad. How about you?
Another thing is that it's no good to drink or to be drunk while driving. That one, or also smoke or get high. Everything is to get high. It's no good.
Which one is get high?
Like you drink.
You go high.
Go high. Yeah, that's what I mean.
How do you go high?
Oh my God!
What makes you go high? What makes you go high?
Like smoke, drinks, all this alcohol, very. NSC, you know, NSC 250. Come on, it's good. That's why they use NSC to sing. But it's not good to say this no studio.
It's fine. Very well. Very well.
It's not good to,
so you have said that you shouldn't drink and drive.
Yes,
you shouldn't
exactly.
be under the influence of other drugs.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
So what advice will you give? Will you give to the general public? Do you cross the road?
I cross the road very well.
What is the right way to cross the road?
Right way, before you cross the road, just like when you wake up in the morning, you say, Father Lord, I'm about to cross road, different type of road this morning. Lord, protect me. That's the first thing. You get put God first in everything you do. Yeah, the second thing, when you come out in the road, like express road, you go like, look yourself first. I'm poor and I don't have money. Like if I die now, what will I achieve? Nothing. Okay, I will like look the road like 5 times. Like observe your right like 3 times. Observe your left like 3 times. Then you look your front because motor can be coming on your front. Like you look very, very well before you can cross the road. Yeah.
Right. Another thing is that if you want to cross, make sure you obey the traffic. That one is very, very compulsory. Make sure you obey the traffic and follow the rules and regulations because the government is our government, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, thank you very well. Thank you very much.
Very well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to me. I'm so grateful to you. Even though I saw your comedian selves in the conversation, you have also raised some salient points that I've taken note of, and we are grateful to you. Can you please tell us your name?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Emmanuel Amuzu.
Mr. Emmanuel Amuzu. All right. So, sir, we have been experiencing a lot of accidents on our roads. I'm sure you even know better than me. Yes. And this is not something that we want to encourage at all. What are your views on it? Why do you think we are experiencing these accidents?
Thank you once again. This is Royal VVIP station in Accra. Okay, I'm the general manager. Now, when it comes to accidents, it involves a lot. One is tiredness, careless driving, and also overspeeding. Let me use that word, overspeeding. But let me tackle the tiredness aspect of it. You know, most accident that occurs on our road normally occurs around the dawn part of